Hi everybody, how you doing today? Cheers. Welcome to How Much House for the Money. Hope you're all having a great day and your glass is full of gratitude. You're gearing up for the weekend. Before we head out, however, we're going to check out 3 more properties. And we're going to begin in Georgia. This one is on an acre of land. So any of you looking in Georgia, this might suit your needs. This one's $89,000. It's a 3-bedroom, 2-bath property with 1,584 square feet of living space. And it's in Ashburn, Georgia, 31714. It's hot off the listing press. Has been on the market for 6 days, and it was built in 1976. So let's see how much house we're getting for our money. In Ashburn, Georgia, $89,000 is the asking price for this one, you guys. Hope you're having a great day. Welcome to the channel. If you're new here, and be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell, because the house you're not looking for may be in the next episode. So here we are. We have a brick ranch with a metal roof. You can always bring out your general contractors and have those home inspections. But we're looking at $89,000, and with Ashburn, Georgia, we are in Turner County. Population 4291. So here we have our living room with our fireplace, and then you've got some slider doors leading out to maybe a patio. And I do have some AI renderings, so you can stay tuned for that. So it looks like we have a nice open living room here. So then we head over, it looks like we can peek into the kitchen. This one's $89,000, so remember we're getting a well, the septic, the utilities, an acre of land. So here may be one of the bedrooms. So we have a blue bedroom. When you have your home inspections, it'll alert you of your windows if they're wood, vinyl, aluminum. Show you, I should say. Provide you some details. They'll let you know the longevity of your roof. They'll check the foundation, your mechanicals. If the house has a dishwasher, the home inspector will run your dishwasher. Get down to the fine details. So here we have our orange or maybe a dark cantaloupe room. This may be another bedroom. It does have a closet. That's always nice. And it looks like these windows are vinyl. We're in Ashburn, Georgia, and the real estate tax rate is 0.83%. So here is a full bathroom, tub and shower combination. So we do see, however, a little bit of little staining on that ceiling right there. So you definitely want to check that out. But again, that's what home inspections are all about, right? So here is a lilac room, another bedroom possibly. We're getting some ceiling fans as well. Now here's another full bathroom. There you got your window there. And here's your vanity. Looks like it's a full mirror above your vanity there, and more vinyl flooring. And then here is our enclosed porch. Look at this beautiful room. We could just fill that with greenery. Great place for your table and chairs. Just a great hangout spot. Looking at your 1 acre of property in Ashburn, Georgia. Hope you're all having a great day. You're gearing up for the weekend. Cheers, everybody. Nice kitchen. We have our wall oven there. There's your range top for your cooktop there. Got a window above your sink. Nice. A lot of cabinets. So they continue to yellow right from the living room. Nice pendant light there. Now we do have these overhead cabinets. You could always remove that section if you didn't want it there. And there's your breakfast counter. Looks like there's enough lip there to put your counter high chairs. Nice. $89,000 for this one in Ashburn, Georgia. And we're in Turner County. Look at that. Nice. So it looks like we have propane for gas. So there's some outbuildings. So if you want to have some backyard chickens. Looks like it's a fenced yard as well. That's fantastic. Fantastic. Pardon me. Yeah. Nice. $89,000. That has a lot of potential. So here is the exterior. So what I did here is I added a patio to this one. So here I attached a patio. Now if you wanted it to have patio chairs, this is what it could look like with your little chimenea and your potted plants. Little exploration here with Chat GPT. And then when we go back up, I think I rendered the kitchen on this one too. Yeah, I rendered the living room is what I did. Here's your living room. So if you didn't want the yellow, this is what it would look like with a cream colored interior and a modern fan. and a darker floor covering. So it's always fun to play around with the Chat GPT. And there is your Ashburn, Georgia house, 125 Jeff Avenue. Now let's see where we are on the map. So it looks like we're on this really nice area here where you just kind of drive around the loop. So let's see. We have Worth over to the left. We're right here in Ashburn, so here's Sycamore down to the south. Armory up to the north. Rebecca's up to the northeast. And let's see. So we have Macon and Atlanta's way up here to the north. So we're above Tifton and Sylvester right there on the map. And Ashburn, Georgia. And here is our satellite view of your 1 acre right off of 75. So there we are. Right there. That seems like a really nice spot for somebody on your little loop there in Ashburn, Georgia. And the listing description states here that it's in Turner County, 3-bedroom, 2-bath house with a fantastic opportunity to put your personal touches on it. You're set on a quiet lot with a fenced yard. You have your fireplace, a screened porch, handy utility for extra storage. And let's see, it's a rural setting and it's very peaceful, minutes from Ashburn. So when we look at the history on this one, it was sold in May for $96,658. Now it's listed for $89,000. The house is 49 years old. And on a total assessment of $47,900, it states the taxes were $1,068. But you can always contact the county clerk's office of Turner County and ask for accurate tax information. But this one is $89,000 on an acre in Ashburn, Georgia. Nice place right there. Okay, so now we're headed into Portville, New York. This one's sitting on 4 acres of land with 1,800 square feet of living space, 4-bedroom, 1.5-bath house for $85,000. It's hot off the listing press. So it's at 176 Portville, Ceres Road in Portville, New York, 14770. So let's see how much house we're getting for our money in Portville, New York. Sorry about that. Got to scroll up here a little bit. Look at this property. Wow. Okay, so here we have a Cape Cod style house with our enclosed porch and our staircase there. Little deck area. You could always elongate that. Shingle roof. Block foundation. 4 acres of land in Portville, New York. $85,000. This is very nice. Now in Portville, New York, we're in Cattaragus County, and your population of Portville is around 890 people. So we have an upper balcony on the rear of the house, 4 acres, well, septic, utilities. This looks beautiful. You're going to have a wide array of wildlife. Beautiful. Portville, New York. This looks like a beautiful setting. Cattaragus County. Looks like it's very private. So it looks like we're also getting hardwood flooring. Light blue interior walls in this space. Now that is a closet when you first walk in the door there. That's nice. Okay, so here's our kitchen. So we have a nice window above the double sink. Beautiful cabinets. Looks like you do have some depth between the lower and the upper cabinets there with some receptacles. Very nice house right here. Cape Cod in Portville, New York for $85,000 with 4 acres of land. Okay, so here's your laundry area. Here's your tub surround. It's kind of cool, has that mural in there. Looks like we may get vinyl flooring in the bathroom. And we're just going to bypass that lid, people, the lid. But we do see a window, which is always nice. Okay, so here we have maybe another bedroom. These hardwood floors are gorgeous. Let me know in the comments where you guys are viewing from. It's always great to have you here. You're welcome to subscribe, share these episodes, meander through the episodes in case you're curious to find out what houses, what the price of some of these houses are that I find to put on these episodes. You may be surprised if you're looking for a house or you know someone that is. Some of these houses are way, way below the median sale prices that you might find on Zillow. So this looks like we're going up to the next level here. So this room looks like it has more vinyl flooring. Yeah, this one just needs some life brought back to it. And there's your wall sink. Sweet little powder room. It's probably on the second story. There's the access to go out to that balcony. Yeah, and there's your little balcony. Dress that up and make it more of a Juliet balcony and call your Romeo in. Gotta lighten it up a little bit, you guys, right? Gotta have some fun. We're heading into the weekend. You got any major plans? Whatever you do, be safe, stay aware. Okay, so here's our little front porch. This has got a lot of possibilities, you guys. A lot of possibilities and a lot of potential. Okay, so that might be National Fuel Gas. There's your water heater. Here's your basement. Again, have those home inspections. Get down to the fine details, but this one is $85,000 in Portville, New York. 4 acres of land. Totally have a hobby farm. Do whatever you like on 4 acres, I would imagine. Yeah, nice foundation. Basement. Looks like that may have vinyl siding, a shingle roof. You could put a wraparound deck on it if you like. That's nice. $85,000. Okay, so let's get some details off the description. 176 Portville, Ceres Road. So let's see where we are on the map here. Okay. This again is Cattaragus County, New York. So we are not far from the Pennsylvania line. So here we are in Portville. So we have, let's see, Shingle House, Pennsylvania is down to the southeast. Weston Mills is up to the northwest. Allegheny is up here to the northwest. And then you have Cuba to the north and Friendship. So there we are. So this is southern New York, I would say. So let's see where we are. Let's scroll out a little bit more. And there's Lake Erie right over to the west as well. So let's see where we are in the satellite view. 4 acres right here. Anybody looking in Portville, New York? Right above the town of Carroll. And let's see here. Right there is your 4-acre parcel. Sweet find for somebody looking in this area. You want country living in New York? This might suit your needs. Scroll out a little bit here. Okay, so there we have Olean and Allegheny. So I would imagine you're right near the Allegheny National or Allegheny Forest, I would say. Yeah, the Allegheny State Park is right there, yeah. Nice find right there for somebody, $85,000. And it says here, located on the outskirts of town of Portville, your taxes are lower and peace and quiet are plentiful. The house is outside of the hustle and bustle, yet still minutes from stores and amenities, and a 15-minute drive from the city of Olean. It's a 4-bedroom, 1.5-bath house. Sits on a postcard picture lot, and it has an old-fashioned charm and structural integrity that proves that they just don't make them like this anymore. I would agree. Hardwood floors, and let's see. This home was recently appraised and is listed well below the appraised value in expectation of a quick sale. So there you have it. You might want to get on it for this one in Portville, New York if you're interested. Just listed. The house is 89 years old. And the taxes on $55,700 state that they are $2,388 a year. But again, you may want to contact the Cattaragus County to find out the accurate tax details. And the house is 89 years old. And that's in Portville, New York. 4 acres. That's a sweet find for somebody right there. And, okay, now we're headed into Virginia. Look at this place, you guys. This one is 12.73 acres of land. Any of you looking for a farmhouse possibility, this might suit your needs. It's $120,000 asking price, 3-bedroom, 1-bath with 1,800 square feet of space, built in 1901. What are we getting in Williamsville, Virginia, with 12.7 acres for $120,000? Wow, look at this. Oh, beautiful Virginia property right here. So we have a covered porch, and I do have a rendering of this property to show you what the screened enclosed porch on the front would look like. Looks like we're tucked back under the shade trees. Again, bring your general contractors out, but if any of you are looking for a farmhouse potential in Virginia on 12.7 acres, this might be the one. Who's looking? Okay, so here we have a back covered porch along with a lower porch. Now in Virginia, this the real estate tax rate is 0.76%, and we're in, it stated Bath County when I looked up the town, but I think they state it's another county in the description. We'll look at that in a minute. This is $120,000. So there is your lean-to, 3-sided lean-to, I guess you could say. Maybe has an addition on the back. You could enclose that if you want to have some animals. Just lay back in the Timothy grass of Virginia and just enjoy the view. 12.7 acres. There's your outbuilding or your chicken hotel. Beautiful property right here. Okay, so now we're looking at the kitchen. So we get a lot of cabinets, vinyl flooring. Look at the size of this. Now I have a rendering that removed this post here, or you could wrap it with shelving like they did here. Maybe implement something else with that there, or remove it if you want to put a header in. Because that may be structural, of course, but again, have those home inspections. But we're looking at $120,000, and that's a good sized kitchen. Williamsville, Virginia. Here's the full bathroom. That tub and shower surround looks nice. Got a window above that commode. There's your water tank, water heater. Now it looks like we have a laundry area behind here as well. $120,000 for this one. That's the asking price. And these houses are placed on the market to be sold, so never be afraid to make an offer. There's another electric panel. Looks like we might have pantry space if that's what these shelves are for. So now we may be up to the second story. More vinyl flooring. Yeah, this one's another one that just needs some life brought back to it, right? Williamsville, Virginia. Look at that beautiful hardwood staircase. This may be the kind of house you get in there and maybe one area of the house is one certain design, and then you have maybe an older section of the house, but nonetheless, more reason to go look at it in person, I would say. That is awesome. So here we might be wrapped up around the landing on the second story here. Look at this. Look at all the potential in the space. And 12.7 acres with your well, the septic, the utilities. So these may be bedrooms. That looks like wide plank flooring. There's the covered porch on the back. So my guess is that we walk out one of the bedrooms onto your covered porch. You can sip your tea, have your coffee, and enjoy the view. And then you can walk down the stairs to your lower level. Now this does look like it has vinyl siding, but again, have those home inspections for an up close and personal view. 12.7 acres in Virginia. Wow. Sweet find for somebody. Maybe one of you. Let me know in the comments if you view this house or any other that you see on my episodes. We're just here to share these houses and help one another, right? There's our covered porch. This looks really nice. Just looks so peaceful and pretty. So there's our another close-up view of the roof. And there again is the outside view. So here's what I did with the exterior here. I put an enclosed screen porch on, and I thought that was very nice. Just playing around with some Chat GPT. And I may have a video here in the near future, you guys, to show you how to use Chat GPT if you are considering buying a house, or maybe you just have bought a house and you want to just have some rendering ideas to maybe redo a bathroom or a kitchen. It's just fun to mess around with it. So I might have a video for you guys to show you how to use it. So here it is with the screen porch on the front and a black metal roof. And then when we go back up, let's go back up to our kitchen because I wanted to take out that post. So here is the kitchen without the post, with an island, counter high chairs, and a beautiful blue cabinet with your drop-in sink. Beautiful. Or if you didn't mind the post, you could keep the post and have a white kitchen, more modern style there. I would put shelves around that, I think, and just utilize it if you didn't want to remove it. And that is this house here in Williamsville, Virginia. And that is at 9339 Cowpasture River Road. So let's see where we are on the map. You're right near the Cowpasture River. So let's see here. There's Liberty up to the northeast. Williamsville's here. Bowler and Burnsville are down to the southwest. And then you have West Virginia over here, so it's not too far to the West Virginia line. West Augusta, Virginia is over here to the east. Lexington's down here to the south. Buchanan. And there we are. So let's see the satellite view here. Okay, look at this. Beautiful 12 acres of land right there in Williamsville, Virginia. You are out in the privacy of your own property right here. Look at that. Wow. So you have Highland Wildlife Management Area nearby. Not far from Virginia, and then you have some amenities over here as well to the east. Cowpasture River Road. And it says here that you're in Highland County. You have some frontage along Cowpasture River. And let's see, it's an older home in need of updates. It does state here, though, if a home buyer completes the Home View education course under the Home Path Ready Buyer program, you may be able to request up to 3% closing cost credit for this property. So that's really good information to share. And when we look at the history here, it was sold in 2011 for $151, and now they've listed it for $120. The property is 124 years old. And again, the real estate tax rate in Virginia is 0.76%. And that is Williamsville, Virginia, for $120,000 on 12.7 acres of beautiful green space. Love it. Or we have this one in Portville, New York, for $85,000 on 4 acres of land, hot off the listing press. Or if you want to live in Georgia on an acre, this one's $89,000 in Ashburn, Georgia. And that'll do it for today's episode. Hope you guys are having a great day wherever you're viewing from. It's always great to be with you. Subscribe to the channel, share these episodes, hit that notification bell, because the house you're not looking for may be in the next episode. And we will see you then. Have a great weekend, everybody. And always stay safe and keep that glass full of gratitude. Cheers.